All right, folks. So basically, I'm going to be walking through these cards here in Trello. We're going to talk about everything that has to do with AI, but something that I'm a little bit more passionate about today, and that's basically workflows and automation. Just a little teaser, and I want to thank all my affiliates as well for getting all the hundreds of people on here today. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about how we codify different types of AI, and more importantly, how we can actually put them into workflows so that we can use them either in our business or have our employees using them, or to make better employees out of ourselves, or if we have an agency or want to do work for clients. And as you can see here, it goes on and on and on, the different things about AI. So the reason why I'm doing this is about 2 months ago, it was my friend Felicia's birthday, and I sent her a little text message, and I had a picture of her one day when she was going, "Hey, look at that painting of me." And she paused like that, and I took a screenshot, and I took that screenshot and I put it into a video generating software, which is kind of passe now, but 60 days ago, it was pretty new stuff. And I basically said a woman eating cake on her birthday, and I said stuffing her face, and it took this painting, and all of a sudden she went like this, and she was just chewing in the cake, and she literally responded back to me with, "Oh my God, was that me? Did I actually do that in front of you?" And I said, "No, that's video software." And she said, "Can you get on a call with me right now and show me that?" And then we spent about an hour. It was one of those calls with, "Have you heard of this?" "No." "Oh my God, you're going to literally hear this." And she said to me this, "Dude, people would pay for this, because I would love if you would like curate this stuff and just put it into a place, because AI is just moving too fast. So do me a favor, and just be very frank here with me. Do you feel that in the first year and a half of AI was so exciting that you were, every time that a tool came out, you were looking at it, sharing it with your team in Slack or Skype or WhatsApp and saying, 'Have you seen this?' And the text messages were going back and forth. And then basically, like in the last 6 months, you kind of were like, wow, for every tool that came out, there's 8 of them that do that. And I don't even know anymore which tools are good, which tools are passe, which tools are bad." So put a 1 in the chat if you feel that you've hit that overwhelm, because it's just like there are no more tools anymore. Everything now is just AI. And I see it now when I talk with different people. I say, "Yeah, we're using this tool." And they say, "Oh, we're using this tool." And then I go and investigate. And either I switch my tool, move it up on my board, or I say to myself, "No, this one's better." And I educate those people. I've had some clients here. They're actually right over here in the studio right now. They were here for the weekend, some consulting clients of mine. And we were working on their business, but I had to pause every half hour and say, "Well, are you using this tool?" And, "Well, let me go show you this tool." And we had to create a Google Doc for them because their mind was just blown. And the most important thing is not just, okay, and I have to scroll up here. And so Tammy Kern puts a 1 in there. Madeline, Casey Urbona says, "AI overwhelmed." Yep, overwhelmed. James Donnelly, Matthias, Tim, Willie Crawford, Enar, Edwin, Christy, Larry Coates. Oh, Larry. We are all in the same boat, but I have such a passion for AI. If you look at my YouTube videos, there are a couple of different things that are in there, obviously, but 1/3 of it is AI. And many of you are like me, you boot up YouTube, and I use it on my Apple TV. I don't watch Netflix. I watch YouTube, and I watch this stuff. So there's even a joke, and Tom will attest to this. He was at my house the other day. We have a big 82-inch screen TV or whatever the case is. And I literally have a portable TV that I put in my living room that I use my AirPods. And we have 2 TVs in my living room because my wife is tired of me only watching YouTube and AI videos and learning and categorizing all this stuff. So she's now on some binge of Grey's Anatomy. And I'm learning from AI, from what you're seeing on my screen. And every time I look at something, what I do is I will take that, and I will take the video if I think it's worth its salt, and I put it here. So everything that I'm categorizing is placed on this board. And I'm going to show you basically how you can get access to this board in a little while. But I also tag them. So you'll see here when I click on anything here, I have these tags called industry leading, or if I highly recommend it, if it's complex, if it's my favorite, if it's used by a group, if it's free. Some of them are some things I can showcase, but they're not yet available to the public. If it's new, or something if you want to study for certification. So I have all these different tags, and basically you can take a look at any category and see, yeah, I'm putting the tools in here. I might even put a video or two in some of these things. But as you go higher in the list, you're always knowing. And even Donna said the other day, she was like, oh, I wonder what tool to use for this. And she said, oh, I'll just go to the AI command center. And she went to the video tool and found out, which tools we're currently recommending for AI video editing or for video editing. In fact, MovieGen is from Meta, and it is now the highest rated video text to video platform. And it's actually open source, and you can develop with it. It's not simply a SaaS. And as you can see here, it's not yet available to the public, but if you were to click on that, you will see a video that explains it. So having access to this AI command center, you're going to see here, you can just come in here and type a tag like new, and then you're going to see everything that's new for the week: Vigil, Immersity AI, MovieGen. So it's a quick way for you to go into every category. Here's a new platform called Bolt.new. Literally, you can do text to developing an app, and that's about it. That's new for that week. So we just clear that filter. The other thing that you're going to notice that we provide for you is we do several trainings on this stuff every single month. We'll talk about how you can get access to these different trainings. And we do trainings on automation. We do training on workflows. We do training on what I call kit bashing, and that's basically what's the new workflow to do a VSL. You want to be aware of AI tools like Easy VSL by Mark Thompson. That's one tool in a workflow, but how are you using your script? There's the new, there's Groove.ai. There's the new ChatGPT with Canvas, right? These workflows are constantly changing. How can, for yourself, your company, or your team members can do this, or for if you're running an agency, how you might ask a client to clone their voice. And an entire workflow for just creating a VSL is one example. So those are the training things that we do here. And then what I do is weekly, and I'll probably move this to every 2 weeks just to make it more exciting, because we go over it every 2 weeks. We do an AI news roundup. So you can basically see what I'll do is I'll take the different videos and I give you a list of every single thing that was mentioned in there. Here's another one, for instance. Here was a news roundup, but then what I do is I put that into a GPT, and I basically tell you what is new that happened that week. And we just did, the one that ended last week. So we give you a couple of videos in here, and you can watch the videos, some cool tools, et cetera, et cetera. So that's AI, that's apps. But what I'm really excited about is what you're seeing right here: automations and workflows. So I'm going to put this AI command center away for just a minute, and I'm going to open up this little Trello board, which is what we're going to go through right here. And we'll probably be wrapped up in about an hour and 15 minutes. So the first thing I want to talk about, let's just open up this little thing here. We'll open this up in a new tab and go full screen with it. And this is just something I did on my smart board. It's my chicken scratch, but I want to talk about what automation is and how important it is in your business. In fact, I might even do something a little bit sexy first. I'm going to start with the sexy part, and then we're gonna come back to this. So I want you to focus just on me for a second. Let me stop sharing my screen. All right, and you should be just seeing me. I'm gonna talk about two things that busy entrepreneurs don't have the time to do. Number one, trying to stay in shape is it conflicts with the job, right? Well, if I go to the gym, I get exhausted, and then I can't create content. If I create content, I can't get to the gym, and I need to stay hydrated, and all these different things. But we are no longer simply entrepreneurs. When I go to masterminds, I'm seeing that the wheel of life is really touching on all entrepreneurs. We're getting more into faith. We're getting more into health and wellness. We're getting more into our relationships. We're getting more into quality of life. We're into culture and travel and finding a way to run a company that doesn't completely destroy us. And that is very, very important. And one of the things we want to do is we want to get in shape, right? And so, they say getting out your cardio or doing a daily walk in some cases is even more important than working out. Obviously, we got to eat right. So one of the things that I've been working on now is the ability to, because I have a wellness friend coach. I coach him on his business and he coaches me on health and wellness. His name is Robbie and Patricia. And he calls me once a week and he's keep me accountable. And, if I'm not doing my daily walks, he really tells me about how important it is to do those things. So imagine this, you have your iPhone or your Android and you got your AirPods and you are just about to jump on your walk and you open up the voice memo app. So let's just type in voice. And you got this little app right here. I'm going to click it. We open up our voice memo and we hit the record button. All right. And now we're taking a walk. People are going to think we're talking to somebody on the phone. And many people like John Cornetta, my partner, used to do this, on Facebook, and he'd be walking and talking. But, the problem is you're breathing, you're sweating, you're thinking, you're saying ums and ahs and things like that. So imagine you just put this in and you wanted to do something on what makes a good headline or how to overcome a breakup or whatever your niche is. And now, I don't know if you've ever noticed, you try to do a daily walk. And if you don't have the right things on your mind, you're like, oh my God, I thought it's been 2 hours already. It's only been 20 minutes. But then you get that phone call and now you're talking to somebody and suddenly you realize I've been walking for an hour and 10 minutes and you just keep walking around the neighborhood and you can sometimes get an hour to 45-minute walk in and that Zoom call or talk felt like it was 20 minutes. So if you can change your mindset to create content like we're doing right now on your walk, maybe talk about a subject for 30 minutes. And the beautiful thing is, this is going to go into AI. So you don't have to necessarily worry about if you put your thoughts in the right order. You can even say at the end, message for AI. This next topic, put it in step 2, right? And so let's take a look at what's going to happen here. I'm going to hit the pause button. We're done, right? And then we're going to hit the done button. Okay. And now this is my address right here. You guys can actually see that, 200 East Palmetto Park Road. And we're going to hit the up button here, the 3 dots. You see that right there? And then I'm going to hit share, just like that. I'm going to slide over and upload that to my Google Drive. And so, okay, cool. That's in my Google Drive. And now, what did we used to do 2 years ago? Let's share my screen. 2 years ago, we would give that to our team. They would outsource it. And, 2-3 weeks later, you get some blog, put out there. So let me show you something with a site called N8N. So first, let's talk about what is N8N. You should be seeing my screen. I believe you are. All right. So let's blow this up full screen here. I'll close this side tab. All right. So if you've ever heard of Zapier, right? Zapier has a competitor, which is a little more sophisticated, called Make.com. The problem with Zapier and Make.com is they're SaaS companies and they charge per execution. My friend, Mary Ellen Tribby, she runs a company called Centerpoint, and she's telling me that her operations are costing her $1,400 a year. She asked me what I recommend. I said, go get N8N. It's open source. You can have them hosted for you for $50 a month. But even better is that it's open source and you can download it just like this. Click this little learn more button. A little complex, but don't worry. I've got some good news for you there. You can self-host this. And I'm going to show you how we self-host this for all of our clients absolutely free. In fact, let me just keep this shelf open over here. This is our app called WorkflowApp. It includes Groove.cm. It includes Groove.ai. It includes FlowWise, which I'm going to show you in a minute. It includes N8N. So we include your own instance in here for you automatically. We do all the updates for you. That costs about $50 a month for what we're doing. This is another $60 a month for the FlowWise. And let's take a look at N8N. It is a canvas that allows you to automatically conduct the workflows. Now, I'm going to say this, and I hope you guys are paying attention to me the whole time, but I know what it's like, and I'm going to ask you if we can make a contract. I'm going to give you 100% of my attention today, and I think the stuff that I'm going to show you is really going to have an impact on your life. I promise you that, and if you give me 10 minutes at the end to share how you can become part of our workflow app, I'd appreciate that, and that's why I plan to deliver content that you could use today, even if you were to jump off this stream at the end with no interest in anything else that we're doing. However, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat. We're going to make a little contract. You put a 1 in the chat for me, and I'll put a 1 finger up telling you I'm going to commit the next 60 minutes to go all in for you guys. And if you put a 1 in the chat, we've created a contract that you're going to put that phone upside down, shut off the Slack, the WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, get off social media, put your phone on Do Not Disturb for the next hour. And now all the ones are starting to fly in. I appreciate the little social contract that we're making. And you'll give me your undivided attention. I'm going to deliver for you. All right. So, Chris, you said no audio. I think that must be on you. Maybe log out of GoToWebinar and back in. Willie Crawford gives me a 1. Larry Coates, Larry Stankiewicz, and the ones are flying in from Glenn Robinson, James Jones, Nabi. I'll do 3 more. Nabi Kleiman, Casey, Einer, Ellen, Brian, Jeff E, James Doherty. All right, so it seems like there's a little bit of a delay. It's just all flying in, a little bit too much to go over. I want to focus on the contract for you. All right, so you guys give me your undivided attention. I promise I'll deliver for you. So this is what I was going to say. If you were multitasking, here's where you want to listen. All right, we're going to jump into this app called N8N, okay? And we're going to go into a particular workflow right here. All right, so I built this workflow, and instead of just running it, I put it into test mode so I can move through it one at a time. Let me show you what's going on here. Let's zoom in on this canvas a little bit. Okay, and so we basically set a trigger that if you're looking at me now, when we upload a file to Google Drive, that the trigger sets off. So let's do that. We just uploaded that file called Walk and Talk. All right, so normally this just automates all at one time. And now what we're going to do is we're going to download that file into N8N. I'm doing this manually, but all this would just go and automatically go. So we're going to now download that file. All right. And let's take a look at that file. Let's double click here. All right. Here's our file, test walk. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use OpenAI. This, let's double click on this and we'll see this is I basically just set this up to be OpenAI. I already set up all my credentials. I'm using which one? Their text model, their image model, no, their audio model. And what do I want to do with the audio model? I want to transcribe a recording, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to X out of that, and we're going to transcribe that document right there. Okay, and if you take a look right now, if we click here now, here it is. Hey, this is just Mike out doing an audio while I'm doing my daily walk. I want to talk about what makes a good headline, right? That's pretty much, the audio that we just did, and it instantly shows up into this workflow. So now what I did is I created, let's zoom in just a little bit more. I created 5 different employees. This is my LinkedIn employee, my WordPress employee, Facebook employee, Instagram employee, and my Twitter employee. And so what are they? These are basically just GPTs, right? When you go to ChatGPT, those little GPTs or assistants or agents, they're called. So let's take a look at what happens here. We see that this person here, you're a content writer that identifies the different themes, blah, 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 blah. And it takes the text that came in and will automatically write a blog post. We did the same thing for Facebook. This person, you're a social media assistant who writes engaging Facebook posts. I think you get it. We do the same thing all the way down for Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Now, the only thing is we need an image. And then I need this posted over to my Google Sheets, which I've connected. So, excuse me, let's run these manually and watch what happens. It's going to take a little minute. Now, while this is happening, we're going to see that just showing you here what happened. We went on our walk. Now I'm getting fit. My team is always asking me to create content, so that's automatically happening. and I just put my AirPods in and I go, and then I do my, it shows up in Google Drive, it gets transcribed. Let's just run all of these here. Okay. And you're seeing that all of these basically ran into here and generated an image and added to my Google Sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this one right here. Okay. And it's generating an image, and then it's going to add them to the blog and put it onto my Google Sheets and add all of the output over to a Google Sheets for my team. So every day, now I can actually click here and just instantly connect to Facebook, or I can add my LinkedIn account and just automatically have it post to LinkedIn. But I would prefer to just view it. So the images take a little bit of time, to generate. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds per image. But let's just let that go through. And then in the meantime, let me just open up Google Sheets over here. I'm just on another screen. Bear with me just a second. Okay, and you can see that it's currently building this stuff out. It's adding, here's the transcript. So it's currently building it out for my team. You can see 2 images are ready in here. The 3rd image is ready. There's 2 more images to go, and all of this information is being added to the Google Sheet. So this is one particular example that can be done. So I just want to wait here, just let those last 2 images be done. So now we're introduced. Okay, we're done. So let's click here. Workflow successfully executed. I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to just look at the View tab, and there's my first image, right? And look, there wasn't a lot of content to give it some context. Let's look at image 1 of 4, right? Here's image 2 of 4. And I could write a much better prompt. I'm not really happy with these images, but this is just for a demo, right? But this would be, this is probably for the blog, right? And you'll get a different style image for Instagram or LinkedIn. One will be more professional, et cetera, et cetera. So there you go. Just like that. I hope you can now see the power. And do me a favor, put a 10 in the chat. Let's see here. Crystal says, I get this on every live stream. I hope you're not neglecting that cough. Now, just some complications from long COVID. And, dry, got to stay hydrated. But I do apologize for that. I try to edit those out when we do the replays. All right. So this is one particular workflow that can be created. Let me give you another example of a workflow that we could do. So let's go out of here. Let's just save that. And you'll notice that my credentials, I just connected to anything that I have an account with, and I could add a credential for, let's say, Gmail, right? And I would just set up my authentication for Gmail. Now let's create a workflow for Gmail, right? So we would basically say Gmail. Now it's going to be a red box on message receive because I don't have a Gmail account set up. So I need to set up a credential. You know how easy that is. You just log into Google and you authenticate it and you're done, right? So once we have our Gmail, what I want you to picture is that now we start creating a little flow, and we basically we're going to add a little advanced assistant here. We would basically just put a little assistant here, and you'll get it. I'm not going to type too fast, but basically I'm going to say, you help me clear my inbox. All right. And I would write a much better prompt for that. I'm going to give you an example of what that would be. So here's what I want you to do. Put a number from 1 in 100, and I'm going to give you my number, 100. Put a number between 1 and 100. How much your Gmail or Outlook inbox is the bane of your existence. Like every part of your day is fun, and you've been working for 6-7 hours, and then suddenly you're like, man, I was so busy today, I didn't even look at my email, because I'm the type of person that shuts notifications off. I don't allow notifications in the top right corner. I don't see Slack. I don't see Skype, I don't see Facebook. I do not allow anything to show up in the top right. I work in batches, and when I'm done, I clear out my text messages. I go to my Skype or Microsoft Teams or whatever you're using. And I've completely, it's personally me, I'm not saying, but I've just completely eliminated social media out of my life. But when it comes to emails, I don't even go in my inbox. I have an assistant that was going through my inbox, and now we moved my assistant to another part of the company because now I automate my inbox with workflows. So imagine that you can say, okay, when an email comes in, and now you have this little GPT create different flows and different branches here like this, that basically will send in this direction or that direction. If and I'll give you some examples. If it looks like a promotional email, archive it and put it into, and just archive it. And if it looks like something that's a cool tool about AI, put it into a folder called Cool Tools. If it looks like a support issue, take the email, summarize the email, and forward it to so-and-so in support. And if there's anybody that's upset and they're mentioning things like, chargeback or attorney or lawsuit or class action lawsuit or anything like that, summarize it and send me a text message instantly. Because that way, there's certain things that you want to know. So we had one the other day for our domain, groove.ai. It sent me a text. We had a situation with an Amex card that was stolen, and we changed our new Amex card, but our billing automatically for escrow.com, we bought that domain for 20 grand almost 2 years ago. We have about 2 payments left, and we pay like $877 a month, and a payment bounce, and wasn't checking my emails. And when it bounced, the escrow company came back and said, hey, we didn't hear back from you, so we're now contacting the domain owner to transfer the domain back to them. That notification was sent to me in a 911 text because it was urgent. And I was able to say, hey, wait a minute, no, do not do that. And then we just ended up paying it in full. So you can imagine how important this can be, because we're going to talk about this in just a minute. You now have what's known as agentic workflows. This did not exist 2 years ago. So let me give you another example of that you could create a chatbot with this. We're not going to save this. So let's just get out of here, hit don't save. And I'll show you here something that we can do. We can create now, this is new. This is only about a month old, maybe 6 weeks now. You can go, let's just say trigger manually. Everything needs a trigger. It's an event. And that now what we're going to do is we're going to add this new advanced AI. Oh, the numbers you guys said, 55, 100. Willie Crawfordy's like me, 61. Bane of my existence, 75, 100, 60, and 40, right? Some of you are, more A-brained and, you like the email part of your day, and other of you are a little more on the creative end of things, and having to be in the inbox, just doesn't work with your brain as much. Rick Raditz once said to me, said on stage at a big seminar event, Willie Crawford, you were probably there, really stood with me. He said, your inbox is a highly organized list of other people's agendas. And I realized, wow, that is so true. Everything in there is pulling you away from what you want to do. You wake up, you want to push your company in a certain direction. And with the way that we could communicate with Slack and text message, there really is not much reason for email other than promotions, newsletters, transactional receipts, and different things like that. So the inbox, just cleaning all that out, can be all automated with AI. So now, part 3, here is something that you can do. You could create now an AI agent here. And this AI agent, you can basically just say, what chat model do you want to use? And you can say, I want to use OpenAI, and I want to use the model GPT-4o, just like that. And now you're instantly set up here. You can basically give it memory. You could give it, a browser buffer memory, just like this. Give it a context window. You can even add some tools here. So I'm going to add a little tool here. I'm going to add the just sort here. Let's move this here. Let's add the calculator tool. All right, and that's just automatically set up. And I even added another one called SERP AI, which now allows it to use the search engine. And just like that, I've set up a chatbot. And then I can click the share button, the save button, and I can now get a little code that allows me to put this onto a website. So if you ever wanted to create one of those chatbots on the side of your website, you can do that now. Just like that, I created a chatbot. It's that simple. And now this chatbot, I could even add knowledge, right, to my chatbot here with the memory. Don't want to get too complicated on this stuff, but if we let's delete this memory and say we wanted to add what's known as like a vector database where we could upload, lots of different data. We could do that as well. And now you have a chatbot that's on your website, and you could connect Stripe to this as well. I believe here you could set up a Stripe integration, so it'll create buttons. There's so many things that you can do with this, and have the agent talking to people. And I'll give you two scenarios. Now that this is an agent, it can determine what is going on with the user. And if it sees that the user is happy, it can go through the entire thing. And when it's done, it can say, hey, you seem very happy with our company. I've taken everything that you said and I've compiled it into a summary. Does that seem about right? And would it be okay if we publish this on our website? The customer says, yes. Is this the name that you want to use? Would you like to upload a photo? Would you like to put a website name with that, right? And then you would just literally take that information and link that over to your Google Sheets, just like that. And now if you would have to put a condition in here that it would determine if the customer is happy. You could put another condition that determines if the customer is upset. And if that customer is upset, what you can do is you can send a text message, and I shouldn't do that here. This would be another condition that will summarize the conversation, because, people are losing their mind and they're putting the F-bomb, and this is total BS. I bought something 3 months ago, but I haven't had a chance to use it. And I'm going to put a charge back in. I'm already contacting my attorney. And this is happening with a chatbot, right? How the hell do I get in touch with support? Chatbot's like, oh, I'm so sorry that you're upset. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I can help you. This is BS. What's your phone number, right? Screw it. I'm putting a charge back in, right? Imagine this agent. This is known as a surrogate, right? Or this is it's acting as a human. It's a human proxy that is watching in the background, and it's determining that, hey, there's something going on. I need to send a message to the following people, and I also need to let's see, let's just type in message, send a message, and let's break this here. And now what we're going to do is we're basically going to take a summary of what's going on and put it into a Slack group called 911 message, right? So the thing is, these are just 3 examples I gave you. One is a chatbot, one is to handle your email, and one is to repurpose content. We could create another chatbot that you take any YouTube URL out there in the world, and simply, let's just save this, why not? Simply have a trigger that says, when you enter a YouTube URL, get the captions and turn it into a blog post on Facebook and Instagram. And imagine what you could now do. You could now take other content that exists on the internet and put it in here and repurpose it as a blog post. This is being done all the time. If you have any issues with ethics about those things, you certainly don't do it. But this is basically how people are doing things today. They're taking 1, 2, 3, 4 YouTube videos, putting them all in and saying, repurpose this into a general all-purpose blog post or Facebook post or tweet or whatever the case may be, having AI do the images for you. You could have another workflow that takes a blog post and turns it into an outline for a YouTube video, and then you use one of the AI video production tools that will automatically create that for you. So the possibilities are endless. And if it doesn't end there, folks, you can see that N8N has thousands of templates. They say, this has said this now for over a year, explore 900+ workflows. So let's go with their number, 900+ workflows. Let's just type in here leads Facebook leads, for instance. And now you're going to get, let's see here, sales. Okay. So let's just take a look at what this is. I'm just going to pick a random one. You could go through their marketplace and see people that have built workflows already. And 99% of them that I'm seeing are free. You simply click use workflow. It tells you what needs to be done in order to do that. And I'm just going to import that instance right here, just like this. And I'm going to just click, I'm not going to sign up with the Odoo. So I'm just going to click skip just so I can bring it on. And it's red for anything that I haven't signed up for. And they give you a little bit of instructions here. And I now have a workflow because there's a community of people building workflows. Now, what we do with our AI automation and workflow certification program is we not only train on these, we create workflows and we share them, and we'll continue to share them with our community. And we're bringing on experts in the YouTube community that are training on N8N and FlowWise and building these different workflows. So let's go back to the beginning over here. And let's open up this here and go back to the presentation. And if you remember this. All right. So we're going to go back 2 years, November 2nd, November 7th, whatever it was, or November 28th, I think it was 2022. ChatGPT came out and it changed the world. There was a pre-ChatGPT moment and a post-ChatGPT moment. And the large language model age and then vision, images, video, it just completely exploded in the last 2 years. And before that, what was automation? Well, automation meant there was no human in the loop. It would trigger an event, it would run through an action, and that would be Zapier, or it would trigger an event and it would run through a workflow like I just showed you, and that would be something called Make.com. They are formerly Integromat. So let's just take a look at them. Okay, so, whoops. Not sure what just happened there. Let me look here. We're going to go to the website. All right, so Make.com is just like what I just showed you, that N8N. The only problem is, you have to pay for this thing, and then it's how many operations you get per month, and you have to pay. And with N8N, it's free and open source. So it's just another way to do your workflows. Okay. And Zapier is basically, if you just want to do like a Zap, they can do workflows, but it's a lot more complex and people prefer Make.com. But anybody that's familiar with Make.com and N8N has made the switch. If you don't believe me, just go to YouTube and type Make.com versus N8N, and you're going to find people say, hey, I was a big fan of Make, but I like N8N. Slightly a little bit more complex because it's so much more powerful now that they've added the AI agents to it. So now AI can trigger the, you can now with AI, this is the new age, starting just in the last couple of months, now that N8N, which is like Make.com and Zapier, added AI to their workflows. You can now trigger events, you can do a workflow, but now you can add AI, you could add tools, you could have it do content, you could add GPT assistants, and you could add supervisors, which are basically human proxies. So you can have a human in the loop, and sometimes even let that human in the loop be AI and let AI determine the different flows. All right. So when you have human in the loop, right? Let's look at the workflow, what it was like back in the day before you had AI. You would have to do a VSL. You would have to open up a Google Doc, write a script. It would take about 3 days to a week. You'd have to hand it off to somebody on your company to review and check for grammar. And, say you're just running on here, you're losing the plot. That would take another week. And I know this because Donna would be the person that would do that for me. And I would feel bad that she wanted to cut out, 3 different paragraphs. And then I had to put that in, and I had to create a recording and say, hi, today I want to talk to you about, and I had to do a full recording. I had to edit the audio, and then I had to do the visuals with PowerPoint and put B-roll. I had to go pay for music at things like Sound Factory or Envato, and I would have to score the music and put it into my video and then export and publish. Now with AI automation workflows, Everything above is done for you, or with the assistance. It helps you with AI. For instance, ChatGPT Canvas. I wish I had time to go over ChatGPT Canvas with you today. Maybe I'll show you a quick little peek of it. I'll just pull this over here. Now, I believe you need a Plus account for this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to close this sidebar. We're going to open up ChatGPT Canvas over here. And let's make this full screen. And we're going to say, write a blog post about AI automation. Now, this is like Claude's Canvas artifacts, but this Canvas is so much better than what you can do with Claude. It can actually do coding iteration, but we're not going to get too much into that today. And so here's what's interesting about this, is it's creating a document. This is essentially a Word document that I can play with. I'll zoom the screen in just a little bit more so that you can see a little bit easier. So my conversation that I'm having with my agent is over here, but my output is here. And if I tell it to change something, it doesn't have to rewrite the entire document. In fact, I can even do this. That's why this is so important. I can write on this canvas. And now I can highlight this and say, expand on this. Whoops. And right inside the document, it will expand on that. And I could say, make this 3 paragraphs. Okay, well, it's fighting me, but maybe that's 3 sentences. I can go up to the top here and I can say, make this more spicy. All right, so that made that a little bit better. I believe you can do some things here, like make that an H1 tag. Not sure what, maybe it already is. Let's see, yeah. So you can adjust your tags right there. And now I want you to notice up here that I can go to the previous versions and then hit restore back to previous versions. So it's almost like having a Google Doc. Even if you're using a tool like Groove.ai or Jasper, put your final product in here and work on it in here. Now, take a look over here. I can do some things like this and click Suggest Edits and turn this into a Google document where it's going through, and when you have your team make suggestions for you to review. So I can now click here and click Apply, and it's going to rewrite that section. Okay. Now this one, I'm just going to say, I don't like it. This one, I don't like. This one, I do like. So I click Apply. And let's get rid of the last one. And just like that, it's rewriting. Now, if you're going to be doing a voiceover, I want to let you know that you want to do voiceovers at middle school. It's a little bit easier to read. Watch. I'm not going to stumble over this, but watch. AI automation is reshaping industries by taking repetitive tasks off our plate, freeing up our time for more creative strategies. Watch what happens when I take this entire document and I change the reading level down to middle school. All right. Second paragraph. Now I hit send to apply this. It's going to rewrite this entire thing here. And let's take a look at the second paragraph. And you're going to notice that we may read and be intellectual at a certain level. We might even write for people to read in a certain grade level. But the way we speak, we actually communicate with our friends at a middle school language. And if we're going to be doing a VSL or a voiceover, we want to speak at a middle school language. And so here, I'm going to read that same thing, and it's going to be actually the way I talk. AI automation is changing how businesses work by taking over boring, repetitive tasks. This gives us more time to focus on creative, strategic, and fun parts of our job, right? It's just, I talk more like middle school, even though we might want to write a blog post. So that was just an example if you're writing this to do a voiceover. Let's take a look at something else that we can do here. I could add emojis, which I think is foolish, but they put the way too many emojis in this feature, if you want to ask me, right? Literally, look at this. I mean, they're putting them like all over the place. I think it's a bit too much. So we're going to hit the, let this thing finish. But you're also seeing here, I get a record of everything that's going on. So I'm going to hit the restore version here and go back to my previous version. Okay. Did I not restore? Was that a bug? Let's see. Restore. Whatever. Let's leave that on there. I don't know if that's a bug or I did something wrong. You're going to notice also over here, each paragraph, I have a little plus button that I can highlight this entire paragraph right here as well. And then finally, I can add a polish. Oh, look at this. I can make the entire document shorter or longer. So let's just say I want this thing really short. I'm just going to go like this. Hit the send button. Now it's going to rewrite this entire thing. So imagine you were given an affiliate email. You can just put it into here and have it rewrite the email for you a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. And watch what happens when we do, let me see if I can, I wish they had remove emojis, but let's just click the polish button right here. And what the polish button does is it goes through, it literally does a grammar check. It's going through line by line and just making sure that everything is perfect. And that's the last thing that you want to do with your document. Okay. So there you go. That's a quick understanding of the way ChatGPT Canvas works. You click copy and now you go use that where you want. So this is a new model that they didn't give developers, ChatGPT 4.0 with Canvas. It literally tells it to bifurcate the output. The conversation is here and the content is here. So that is something that they built in that the developers just can't have. We would have to create something like that on our own. All right, you hit the X button and it turns it back into a regular conversation here, just like that. Okay, so going back to here, I was basically saying that if you wanted to create your VSL today, it's even easier now with ChatGPT Canvas. And do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat if you just learned something today with ChatGPT Canvas. Maybe you didn't even know it existed. Say, I didn't know it existed, or put a 1 in the chat and say, I knew it existed, but I didn't know it was that cool. Let me know your thoughts on that. So now we have the ability to take different types of applications and change the way our workflows are being done. And that is the whole purpose of today, to understand that almost everything we did 2 years ago is completely different the way it's being done today. Our team here at Groove resembles more of a startup. It looks more like a bootstrap. We've completely eliminated 90% of the marketing team. Even our development team is now moving to AI. And we are now a bunch of managers that step into our Iron Man suit every day. How do you know when you want to start using AI or when you want to have your team do something? If you have to say to yourself, if it takes me longer to explain it than it does for me to do it myself, then I might as well do it myself, especially if you're the best and most talented person to do it. Now, if it takes you longer to explain it to somebody, but that person exceeds in the talents that you do, then of course you want to do it. But there are things that I can now do with AI that I couldn't do before, that only my illustrators and graphic designers can do, that I can do better. Like all of these things right here. Every image that you're seeing here was created by me with a workflow I use with Ideogram. All of these different things. In the past, I would have to write a note to my team on what the image I wanted it to be. And now I can just do it to AI and it's quicker for me to do it myself. So our teams are getting smaller. And we're going to be talking about how if you start adding this to your portfolio of services, how people will pay you $1,500, $5,000, $25,000 for you to consult them and do this type of work for them. You just need to know what can be done, how it works, and get certified in this stuff. All right, so let's move on here with the presentation here. What did I just want to show you? Oh yeah, let me show you this. We're gonna go over to this little section here called Dev. All right, and I want to show you guys an app. Now, I want to warn you, if you go to Groove Chat right now, groovechat.ai, I really, really want to warn you. You could play around with it. You'll use up my credits. So actually, you put your own API in there. But this will be locked out later because I'm in the middle of developing this application, and we're going to clear out the database for people that aren't customers because it's going to merge with Groove.ai. But what I want to show you is we have this application, Groove.ai. All right, and let me just sign in here. All right, so my team is working on Groove.ai. It's really a fantastic app. It'll be included in all the workflow automations we talk about today. All of our emails, all of our swipes that we do for our company. Actually, this was a demo. If you actually look here, WorkflowApp, you can see the number of emails that were written using these different prompts and our presets here. It's there's the WorkflowApp users. If we want to look at the prompt, it's a direct response, writes in my style, targeting these people, and we write at a 10th grade reading level. And then the frameworks that we use here, I use the ADA framework. Excuse me, sometimes the passion, agitate, solve. I tell what stuff I want. I get to put my tags. Most of you know about this. I don't have the time to completely go over this, but basically what happens is it builds this system prompt here for us, like this. Let's just go here. It builds a system prompt so I don't have to act like this and all that stuff. And every time I start a new email, the prompt is already saved, so I don't have to start all over again. And when I want the output, I just click here and it moves it here. And again, now I can take this over and move it over to ChatGPT and do some final polishing. We have some of the features that they've added in here, but I want to go back into the dashboard now and kind of turn this into a canvas. And that's going to take us some time, right? Because my team is working on these apps. I have about 11 apps that they haven't even had a chance to put on here yet. And so what I did is, while I'm getting sick and tired of waiting for features, I just went and I created this GrooveChat, GrooveChat.ai. And look at this beautiful login page. Now, folks, I haven't coded anything since my Commodore 64 back in 1986, I think was the last time I ever coded. No, that's not true. In 1990, I coded a leasing program before there was leasing software to help us do leases. So I'm just going to log in to GrooveChat.ai, and I want to show you that I built this entire application here 100% with AI. If you don't believe me, I'm going to show you right here. Here's the code that I wrote here. Everything that you're seeing, I simply hit Command-Shift-I. I load this little thing up, and I will tell it, okay, take a look at my code base. And now I want to build a marketplace for GPT assistance. Please create a page to display the marketplace, right? Now, I shouldn't be doing this because this is my live code, but I'm going to reject any changes. But let's just take a look. So now it's going to read my code base, see how my site is structured. And on the left over here, it's going to start creating new pages for the application to run. Oh, this is a mistake. That should be, let's hit cancel. That was O1 preview, and the O1 preview model really thinks before it acts. So what we're going to do is let's just cancel this. Let's start again, and let's just do traditional Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Okay. All right. So we're going to hit submit. Now you're going to see it's searching, and it's going to start writing code pretty quickly over here. Certainly, I'll do that, and it's writing all of this different code here for me. So I'm going to click cancel chat. I don't want to break my app that's currently running. And now, how do I create a user interface like this? Well, the first thing I do is I take a screenshot, just like this. And now that I got my screenshot, I'm going to open up an application called V0 by Vercel. right. Okay. So we're in the app, let's see here, V0, and we are simply going to drag this in, the screenshot. I'm going to say, please make me an admin dashboard that looks like this. And so in about 3 seconds, it's going to start responding back to me. And in about 5 seconds, it's going to open up a canvas. 3, 2, 1. There's a canvas. All right, starting to write the code. There's not enough for the preview in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to flip over to the preview. Needs a little bit more information, maybe because it's a large dashboard. You're going to see the preview canvas open up in just a minute. And there's the preview. And let's close this over here and go full screen. And look at that. Just like that, I have a dashboard, identical. So I now take this over here and I click on code. And I take this little command and I basically just come over to here and I open up what's known as a terminal. And I basically just paste that little command in there and it adds all the components that are needed. And then I come over to here and I click code, right here. I click on the code, I click copy, and then I go back to the cursor and I simply just say to it, use this code to make the page. And then I paste it in, like you see right there. Trying to see if you can see all the code. And I would hit submit, and then my page will look just like that. So I basically just designed the entire user interface by telling it what I wanted or making a mock-up on a whiteboard, taking a picture of it, or using an iPad, or ripping off somebody else's user interface. For instance, this application that I cloned is something called Chatbase. Now, this application, let's just keep this open right here. This application right here, as you can see, basically allows you to build a chatbot. You put your data sources in here like this. You scrape your website. You can have a Q&A. You can connect to Notion. You can connect by putting it on your website. And then your settings over here, you have your AI settings, your model, your interface is designed here. So if you take a look at mine, the one I created looks just like it. Let's go and manage this chatbot. And you're going to see, and by the way, we're right here. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Right here, manage chatbot. You're seeing this little animation. I basically just spoke to it. I said, hey, when I hover over the card, I only want to see the button when I hover over, add a nice zoom effect on it. And it did that. So you click on manage chatbot, and this looks very similar to the others. Let's put theirs right here. So let's take a look at theirs. So mine is here. So that would be this setting right here. I basically took a screenshot of this and I said, I want this. And I said, I need a little temperature slider. So that's theirs. This is mine. I think mine looks better, right? Then this is how you design the chatbot with them. They have this chat interface. I took a screenshot of all of this and I put it into that software. And here's mine, design chatbot. And just like that, you upload the image, the chat icon. You want to change the color here to blue. Oh, there you go, in real time. This is all coded by me just talking to it like I'm talking to somebody on Skype or Slack. Then I got my playground, right? That's the same as theirs. That's over here, like this. Then I've got my data sources, right? And so if you want to know, here's their data sources. How did I do that? Well, if we go back to, where were we? We were in the dashboard here. If you go back to some of my previous ones, you'll actually see that admin dashboard design. Let's see, custom admin panel. You're going to see I took a screenshot right here and uploaded the screenshot. And I said, create this for me. And it basically created that for me. And that's why in mine, I now have a fully function thing that I can add data sources. I can paste text. I can scrape a website. I can add Q&A plus delete. I can connect to Notion, just like theirs. I have the activity of the chatbot, just like this. And I can publish the chatbot right here. I got to make an adjustment here. This is a dev server URL, so I got to change that now to group chat. But this entire application was built. It took me 4 days from 11 p.m. at night till 3 in the morning. So it took me 16 hours to build something that my team, probably a team of 2 to 3 people, would have taken a month to create what we did here. So the fact that AI coding is getting so much more popular, and you can put that into AI and automation, it's changing the game. Let's have a little bit of fun. I'm just going to say, you are an angry pirate who talks in rhymes. All right, we'll save that. And now if we go to the playground and we say, who is Mike Filsaime? Our matey, right? So let's go back, change that back because it's a live chatbot. There you go. So I wanted to just see if I could play around even, and create an image creator that's better than, anything that's out there. I have this little enhanced prompt feature. So if I say a dog with a bone with big teeth, I have this enhanced prompt. So it'll make the prompt enhance even more, and we'll put it in the style of Picasso. And even here, it didn't, I didn't know that it was working. So I said, hey, put something that's just creating with 3 little dots. And what it's going to do now, it's going to take this dog with a bone with big teeth. It's going to first send it to ChatGPT to make a better prompt out of it. And then it's going to do it in the style of Picasso. So in about 5 seconds, we'll get that image. That's the problem with image generators. It's like watching paint dry. All right. There we go. That's a different style Picasso, right? But there you go. That's our image there. Now, if I would have done Van Gogh, you know what a Van Gogh would look like. It would look like Starry Night, right? But you'll also notice our app has light mode, dark mode. We have notifications. And even here, I wanted a little feature that when you download the image, that it'll download. I built everything here you're seeing in 4 hours. This is some of the stuff we cover in the AI automation. We just did a class on it. So we go back to the main app and we're pretty much done. You can see it pulls the profile right from the Gmail when they log in, and the settings for people put their API. We can change the app colors, stuff like that, get rid of the side panels here. So that we're done basically showing that. So I will close that. We'll close Chatbase as well. Go back to the presentation. So now that AI is allowing us to do automations, we can actually create tools in the automation that can do incredible things. There's new ability now to talk to ChatGPT. We can create apps where we're talking, sales call apps that can do what's known as your setter calls. We can create an application that basically might even admit to the user, right? That, hi, this is Jane. I'm calling from Mike Filsaime's office. Mike Filsaime wanted to let you know that he has some different specials that are only available to his paid customers. Now, I am an AI application, and I'm not going to go over those things. I just wanted to know, did you want us to remove you from this list, or would it be okay if we had somebody in the company call you to go over some specials up to 75% off? Now, I'm making up the fact that we have specials, right? But that person may say, yeah, that's okay. All right. What is a good time? Is now a good time for somebody to call you, or is there a better time? Actually, Tuesday, I'm off. So Tuesday around noon Eastern time. Okay, great. And we'll call this number, or is there a better number to call? Yes. Would you prefer Zoom? No, this number's good. Okay, cool. We'll have somebody call you back. All right, thank you. They talk to an AI, and now your salesperson has an appointment. Now, what's good about that is if you have your salesperson trying to do those appointments, they're going to get burnt out calling people going, I'm not interested. How did you get my number? Right? All that stuff demoralizes a salesperson. So if you have AI doing what are known as your setter outreach calls, now somebody that's opted in to hear about something, you can even have the AI say, do you have a number I could text you? Yeah, you can send a text. Great. I want to send you a text message for a little video that'll explain most of the stuff they'll be going over. So now the presentation can be half done. Now the salesperson only has to go over pricing and work a deal out for the person. These are examples, folks. I'm telling you, when you show people what can be done, they will pay you thousands of dollars to do this. Let me pull up this right here. I'm going to show you these videos. I believe you're going to be able to hear these videos. This is Brad Costanza. I'm going to play this quick little video right here.
Hi, my name is Brad Costanzo, and I'm an AI and automation consultant. My company is called acceleratedintelligence.ai, and I tell you this because accelerated is probably the key word here. My career has accelerated since I shifted over to doing AI and automation consulting in ways that I never imagined. So when I heard that Mike was creating a certification program to share all of his secrets, I thought it'd be a good idea to give you, etc., a shout out, because it is a tremendous skill to learn. You know, I've been a marketing consultant and entrepreneur for decades, and I've got some experience in consulting. So I didn't start totally from scratch, but it wasn't until just 2 or 3 years ago when I started to really play with AI and try to use it to solve problems. Trial and error, effing around, figuring it out. That is where everything started to change. This is such a new industry and it's in such high demand that the opportunities are really boundless. And although a lot of people are now using AI, most people are still not what they would consider experts in it. And businesses are seeing this as the shiny object that you can't afford to ignore. So they are definitely paying very high dollar for AI and automation consulting. For instance, I typically charge anywhere from $5,000 to $55,000 for AI and automation consulting. Some of it I do my own, some of it I subcontract and outsource some more technical work. But the point is, there is a vast amount of opportunity out there if you know how to tap into it and if you have the right resources. Well, with Mike, you've got great resources. So I highly recommend you follow what he says. I know whenever I get stuck, I pick up the phone and call him. I've got that privilege. But if you have the privilege to learn from him, highly recommended. Thanks a lot.
Great. So that was Brad Costanza. So I'm reading a message here from Clara. I won't say her last name. Clara says, I just get a bunch of spam affiliate marketing from Mike Filsaime, but no notifications on most of the classes he's talking about. If I don't get a solution by tomorrow, by the end of the day, I will contact a lawyer. Clara, why don't you email my partner, Matt, at groovedigital.com. We'll be happy to help you. But Clara, take a chill pill, please. If you're the type of person that is not getting a message and you want to contact an attorney and sue me, I'm just as happy to refund you because, if you're having a bad day, that's okay. But we really don't want that type of person in our community or our Facebook group. So just contact Matt at matt@groovedigital.com. I'd rather make you happy. I'm hoping you have a bad day. But, if you want a refund, we can get you a refund. But we can let you know, why you're not getting the messages. And basically, you can go right into here. This is our you have all your access here at WorkflowApp.ai. Everything is in the command center, and you can see all of the trainings are pre-scheduled, and the dates that are coming. And there's it tells you everything that's coming on here and where to be, and you just load in here, add it to your calendar, and we're sending out our email. So sorry that you're not getting the notifications, or maybe it's going to your spam. Not exactly sure why that is, but I would hate for you to contact an attorney for something that we could help you with. That would be Matt at groovedigital.com. He's on standby. He could help you. All right. Let me go back to, let's see here. Where were we? We were here. And let me just go back to, I think here, let's look at what Mitch had to say.
Hey, this is Mitch Russo, and I'm a business coach. I've integrated AI into all of my work. All of my clients love it. And the next step is to be part of the AI automation certification program, which Mike Filsaime is offering. I know I'm in because this is the future, and I love what he's doing.
So Mitch is a white label client and wanted to get into our certification program so that he could learn, because he's already has clients. So let's go over to back to the presentation here. I want to talk about another app. It's called FlowWise. And so inside of your app here, as we said, this is the workflow app. All members get access to that. There's another application called FlowWise. And if we click on the login with that, because we give you free installation for that, let's open that right up as well. Okay, so here it's the same thing. Now, ever since N8N added agents, this is becoming less and less useful. There are definitely some workflows that are available for this, and this also has an entire marketplace for different workflows. This one is mainly about creating a bunch of teams that work together. So as you can see here, you have a supervisor node, and then you could build a couple of different employees. Like this is a lead research person, a lead sales, and you just keep adding more and more different teams. This is more about teams that create content with language models. And then you could actually connect these teams to N8N. But I don't want to get too deep into the weeds here, but you could go to YouTube, look at some videos on FlowWise. But just like you have with N8N, there's also a marketplace here where you could find lots of different pre-made workflows. So let's just type in sales here. We got lead outreach, same thing there as well. If you type in just conversational agents, etc., these are pre-made workflows for you out of the gate that will handle different workflows. But we're going to be getting into some training that actually will build out different teams for you. All right. So let's get back to the presentation here and start actually talking about what the AI command center is. So let's jump into that. All right. So I'm going to pull this over like this. It'll be a little bit easier for you to see. All right. So as we said this is our AI command center. This is basically your main membership. This is where you're going to want to go, and anything that you ever need about AI is here. And you can certainly reach out to me if there's something not on this board. But I got to tell you, if it's not on this board, it's 1 in 100 chance that I missed it. Because I'm pretty much watching 3 to 4 hours a day of AI because I love it. I'm addicted to it, and I like to stay on the cutting edge and put the stuff in my business. So I am the curator of this for our members. I'm the Sherpa, and I put this stuff in there and give everybody a bunch of wow. So all past trainings are here. Upcoming trainings are here. And the news roundups are here. And what I give you here is I give you all of the, just if you're interested, hey, Mike, who do you follow in AI news? And I would pretty much say this is the order of the people that I follow. So you would just click on these people and click on, the follow button. And start watching their videos if you're interested, and they'll show up in your feed. Now, AI automation, coding experts, and workflows, this stuff is a little more advanced. But if you don't want to always wait for me to learn, you could certainly follow these people. These are the people where I get my information from. Riley Brown owns, he's into coding, and there's, Liam Otley. This kid helps people run their AI agencies, and then all the way over here, for example, when we get into AI automation, you will see that even things like N8N, as much as I'll do trainings on them, I'm putting what I believe are the most important videos about N8N right in here automatically for you. Okay. So the beautiful thing is I watch at least, if I really like an application, I might watch 6 to 20 different videos on it. And I'll be frank with you, half of the videos I'm done with in the first 10 minutes because they're like, okay, today I want to show you how, and I'm like, okay, this is just going to drive me crazy. So when I find somebody that does really good productions let's just go back, for instance, to AI workflows, and let's just look at FlowWise here. If we were to look at this video right here.
In this video, I will show you how to automate everyday tasks using AI agent teams. This tutorial is inspired by a video with Brandon, where he used the amount of views, the channel subscriber count, the days since last published, etc. Our second team member is a title creator.
Okay, you get
who
it?
is responsible for generating 10. I click through right.
He basically shows how to build teams. Right. So the beautiful thing about me curating this information for you is I can categorize it and put in experts that are showing you this stuff without you having to wait for me to do a training once per week. This is a lot to cover. And the truth is, a person like Leon Van Zyl, Spanzel, maybe ZYL. I'm not sure how they would say it, the Dutch. But you could tell that was a scripted video. He creates an outline, then records it, edits it, and then he does a voiceover over it with a very smooth production. And so the ability to do that all the way across the board with every type of application and get a what I believe is the best curated video to show you, you're not waiting on me or my team to go out and show you the 9 tools that just came out. What I would rather do is I would rather categorize all of these different things for you. So here, kit bashing. This is a shorts kit bash that came from one of our masterminds that I got permission to share with you with a video as well that shows everything. This is an image to video workflow by my good friend here, Bob, and Bob Doyle. He was in The Secret, actually. And so I like to put in, okay, how do these 9 different tools work together? So we create trainings on them, and we also find other people that are doing trainings on them, and we curate that information for you. So AI automation consulting, this is resources if you really want to dig deep into the consulting end of the business. Over here, we rank all of the language models. First off, we give you a place where you could go and check a leaderboard, and you can actually see different leaderboards, who's the best language model, objectively, by people choosing it in a blind test. Furthermore, me keeping up with it and testing different things. Currently, right now, I'm still a big fan of ChatGPT and Claude. And as I said, I tag them, telling you more information about them. And as you go down, I'm less and less impressed with them. Now, these are English image models. Currently, Flux and Ideogram are what I think are the best. Leonardo, I think, has the best app. But again, if you click in here, there are some videos that show you. And this is a great video from Ray William Johnson. It's sort of a kit bash. He basically shows you how he creates a consistent character in his shorts and how he's getting over 1 million views per shorts that he puts out there. Add that to his influence, and that's how that's done. Now you have your video models. If you don't know, now you know. Movie Gen by Meta just came out. It's by far the best image model, and it's going to be available to developers. It's not yet available for us to use, but you can. There's different places where you can check it out and play with it. AI video editing. This one is probably one of the longest ones, and I'm probably going to cut this into 3 different categories because some are just repurposing shorts, some create all the content for you, and some are actual video editors like CapCut. But if you haven't even heard of like Metafair AI, this is a really incredible tool that allows you to, let's see, seamless. Which one? Segment anything. Okay. So this one right here, try it now, accept. Okay. We got it. Go through everything. All right. So you can upload a video, and then when you click, you can highlight over certain things. So I'm going to delete that background. I don't want that. Let's shut that off. And let's say I just wanted to do that. And now we click track objects. Okay. And now once we do that, we can now, what's the next thing that we can do? There's another thing that we can do here. Now, once that's done, is I can do these different things here automatically with it. With any video, this is available for different users right now, right? So we can pixelate the ball. Let's get rid of the background. Let's see, blur. Let's get the spotlight off. Add text. We can put whatever text we want in there. Desaturate. There's 6 different spotlights. So I have to click original to shut that off. So if we're looking down here at the bottom, we can get rid of the entire background, put a gradient, pixelate it, desaturate it, keep the person in color, right? Add some text, blur the background, and make an outline. And you can even combine these things. So if we wanted to erase the background and then put him in a gradient or an overlay or a burst, there's multiple things. And that's just one of those things in Metafair. There's a few other things here like the animate drawings, really cool. Just don't have time to go over all of this. That's the whole point of this. Just for me to go over the categories can take a half hour, right? So what I'm doing is I'm curating this stuff. Not only we're doing trainings, but I'm putting the videos that gives you the deep dive. This is one of my favorite categories, storytelling. This is how you do consistent characters in your videos. And I show you the different tools out there and the videos of people showing you how to do that. These are the talking avatars. I believe Synthesia has leapfrogged yet again HeyGen. You could argue HeyGen may be better. Suno.ai, we create our songs with Suno. Let me show you real quick. Let's. I'm getting a phone call. Let's shut that off. Okay. Let's go to Suno and show you a song that we created for. Let's see. I believe the WorkflowApp.ai song. Let's see.
We're stepping into a world of code. Automation takes the heavy load. Our workflows leading the way, creating the future. We're starting today. Your dreams are digital, become alive with every automation. It's a we who thrive. Mastery in your hand. Take on Groove to WorkflowApp.ai. Groove to WorkflowApp.ai.
So we're spicing up our live streams or our video sales letters. And so you need to know these different things and you need a crash course on how they work. So that's just music, audio enhancing. My favorite is podcast.adobe. I just leave in this webinar replay. I'm going to put through. If you're listening on a replay, this audio was processed with podcast.adobe, but there's others that do some incredible things. Then there's text to speech, as we know. Then there's speech to text. There's language dubbing. If you wanted to take any video that you have and just upload it to something and instantly translate the audio into another language, you can do that. Actually, I got to add HeyGen in here. They do that as well. And so does Synthesia. Text to sound. If you need the sound of, you're doing something like Inception and you want to put a coin spinning on a table, you click generate. Wait about 5 seconds. And I'm not sure how you play it. We're not going to spend. It's probably still making it. That's why it says cancel. So, you're in the task. There's 2 people ahead of us. We'll put that out of the way. And when I look back over there, we'll see. But so if you need sound effects, right, it's not just images that you want to do. When you're creating your workflow, you might need sound. You might need music. You might need images or B-roll video as well. Even taking yourself and putting yourself in Canva or making videos out of yourself are incredible. So now here we get into actual sales things like lead generation. These are some really incredible tools right here that help you with lead generation, AI sales and support, agentic frameworks. This is getting more into the techie stuff, and we do this once a month for people that are interested. We just did a training on coding. I'll just slide all the way over to the left. Our last training you're going to see right here. If I play this video, I'll hit, and you're going to see right here, we were literally building an entire application out using AI. It was a 3-hour webinar, but when we were done, we basically created an entire application for AI agents. So for those people that are interested in that stuff, we go over that. We have no code and low code software that you should be familiar with, some cool open source projects that are out there, and obviously vision is getting more important. But once you now know what are the right tools to do, what we want to do is we want to teach you in the workflows. So let's just get out of this back here, and let me just make sure that we're covering everything we're supposed to, and we're going to start wrapping up and tell you how you can get certified and get into this program and what it includes. All right. So, all right. So you guys kind of know what Groove.ai is. I just don't have the chance to go over completely what that is, but we've got these awesome GPTs in there. It's a fantastic tool as well. we run our entire company, write all our emails with it. It's a great way to collaborate. Let me just show you real quick with that. Let's just open that back up. And we'll zoom in a little bit. So we have the different applications that make like killer email copy, better bullets, headline pro, how to create your offer, long form sales that are generated. Everything that you need, we use them in our business as well. And even when you're using these tools, you can even hit the @ symbol and pull up the bullets if you need in the middle of writing an email. So the good thing about ours is that you can collaborate with any project that you have. You can go to a project and click share and share with different team members, and you could give them different access levels in there, and then all of the content that you're working on is kept in there as well. So again, I don't have the time to do a full demo of Groove.ai, but it's also included in there. So let's talk about why get certified. All right. So there's 4 things that you want to know for your own business to get certified. Number 1, it's your own knowledge for your own business. Just having the knowledge the way that I do, and the people that are fascinated about this stuff, will make you a better marketer. Better open rates, better subject lines, better click-through rates, better conversions all the way through the funnel. You start adding these little 1%ers all the way across, and it has an exponential compounding effect on your marketing. You're going to be able to cut down on staffing. You won't need to hire as much, and you'll be more effective, and just work will be more pleasurable. You basically got your little Tony Stark Iron Man suit on. Another reason why you might want to get certified is if you're an employer, just contact your boss and say, hey, go to WorkflowApp.ai/replay, have him watch the replay, and tell him, hey, this thing is super affordable. Wait till you see the pricing for this, guys. Every time I show it to somebody, they're like, why are you selling this so cheap? Why? I don't understand why. This just doesn't make sense. Why is it so cheap? Most people think that it's going to be $2,000 to $5,000 for a certification program. Ours is well under $1,000. Number two, we said have your boss pay for it. Number 3, how to consulting. All right. So this is the exciting part for you is if you are a techie or not a techie person, when you go on the marketer's cruise or you're at an event and you hear people going, yeah, oh my goodness, AI, it's like, I just can't keep up with it anymore. I don't, it's like a fire hose in the mouth. And I feel like if anything I'm doing is used in the wrong way, you just step in and go, I can help you with that. Oh, really? Yeah. I'm a certified AI automation and workflow consultant. Really? Yeah. Hey, I can get with you next week, and I can go over a presentation and show you what you can do with your business, and et cetera, right? And, people will pay you $500 to $1,500 just for a presentation after you land them. First, you do the first presentation, but then you land them and say, let me tell you exactly what your company needs to do. And then number 4, done for you consulting. This is where the person, after you do the presentation, they're going to say, so you're telling me that my team can do this, but is there any way you could do this for me? And you could say, oh yeah, absolutely. If you want me to build all this stuff out for you, this is where you charge between $3,500 per job, and you could start getting $15,000 to $25,000 per project. Ask Mike Koenigs, ask Brad Costanzo, ask Leah Motley, ask Mitch Russo. People see what can be done, and they will pay for these things, and they'll actually pay you a retainer to keep going certification. And then finally, number 5, if you just want to get certified on a high level and know this stuff and land a client, because maybe you have an agency, maybe you do copywriting, maybe you build funnels for people, whatever the case may be, maybe you have an agency. And then what you can do is you can land the client. And when they say, hey, do you have anybody that can do this for me? You can literally say, yeah, my team will do this for you, because I have 5 people on standby that you can just outsource this to, and they will give you 20 to 25% of the profit. It's very labor intensive to do this, but if you were to get a deal that closes for $15K and they're going to pay you 25% commission on that, well, you're going to earn yourself a pretty penny. I believe that would be $2,500, $1,250. That would be a $3,750 commission that you would get. And you just turn them over, and then the person would take on the client, do the onboarding, get with the customer to get all of their credentials for Facebook and Slack and all that different stuff. And you just hand it over to them. They do all the work and they send you a check. All right. So next, software, right? This includes the following software. WorkflowApp, if you want to go to them and have them hosted for you at $780 a year, we give you free hosting included. I just showed you that. That's over here in the app. We give you FlowWise with one-click install and upgrades, and you just click login. We give you N8N with one-click install and updates, and you just click login. We give you full premium access to, excuse me, hydrate. Give you full full premium access to Groove.ai and full premium access to Groove.cm as well. And so all of, excuse me, sorry about that. That's $1188 a year, $1188 a year, $600 a year if you wanted to go to N8N and have them hosted for you. Or if you're good at hosting these things on your own server, you can go to DigitalOcean and buy a server for $20 a month and host it for yourself for free if you pay DigitalOcean $20 a month. If you go to something like Alestio, that's over here. This company will host anything for you with one click, but they charge you about $22 per month for anything like that. But with Groove, we give you that. We give you all those tools automatically for free. Free hosting. You don't pay for any of the automations. You don't pay for any of the workflows. It's all included for free. Now, these are open source softwares. FlowWise, we have the right to do it, modify the code, even call it Groove or WorkflowApp if we wanted. N8N has a license that says that we can modify the code unless we build it for the open source community, and we can't turn it into a multi-tenant SaaS, but we can offer it with a hosting plan. So we give you the free hosting plan included, and we just give you a free installation for it. Also, so all of those things are included. You also get the AI Command Center access to this. This is what I just went over with you here. You get instant access. The second you start today, you'll get access to this. You'll be able to jump in, and I label things as new, so you know exactly what is going on here. Next, exclusive trainings. I told you we do trainings. Currently, we're minimum of 2 times a month, but they're going to be once a week. I'll be doing a minimum of 2 of them. But I'm going to be bringing on different experts and guests, and we're going to be creating these workflows. And when we're done, we're just going to share them directly with the community. So when we're done, you'll get that. Next, as I just said, all of those templates that we create, we're going to be giving you, but we're also just going to be creating templates, not even during the training, and just publishing them for you. Next is the certification. This is the most important part of the entire program. The AI automation and workflow certification program, value $2,500 per year. This is what other people pay for certification programs. You won't be paying anywhere near that today. This will allow you to master AI automation with the AI Command Center. You're going to get comprehensive learning from the AI Command Center. I'm going to be creating a PDF of everything that you need to know. And then I'm using something called classmarker.com. Let me see if I have that open over here. Let's just open that up. So Classmarker is something that I have this quiz in here already, and we will release the quiz for you every Sunday, and you only have to take it once. There's going to be 125 questions that it's going to pull from the pool, and a random 25 will be given. They're going to be multiple choice, true or false. They're going to be, I need to make sure that you're certified if you're going to tell people you're certified. If you don't know what you're talking about, you're going to make a fool out of yourself and the whole brand of being certified. So we're going to talk about, what is the proper workflow, or which of the following is not an image generation tool, true or false, or this stands for this, or all that different type of stuff. And then once you get a B or better, you need to pass 20 out of the 25 questions. Well, then you will immediately be able to download a certificate from Classmarker, and you are 100% certified for an entire year. AI changes so much that you can't be certified without being recertified each year. It's kind of like a driver's license, but even more because AI is changing so fast. What you might have known a year ago, if you just woke up from under a rock, it's a completely different landscape. So you would get certified every single year. And if you fail the test, we tell you what you got wrong, and you can take the test again on the following Sunday. As I said, you got to pass with an 80%, get 20 out of the 25 questions right from the pool of 125, retake the exam every 7 days. Next, this is really cool. Once you get certified, we give you the following assets. We will provide you with essential tools to help you thrive, right? So in fact, let me actually do it this way. Let's go to, all right. So as we said, this is everything you're getting. You're getting a free installation for WorkflowApp valued at $780 a year. That's FlowWise. We're going to give you an installation to N8N, so you don't have to pay to host it somewhere else. That's $600 a year. That replaces Make and Zapier. You're going to get full access to Groove. Now, if you have Groove and Groove.ai, don't worry. I'm going to show you where you don't have to pay twice for these. You're going to get a discount. So I'll show you that in just a minute. That's a value of $1,188 per year, replacing Kartra ClickFunnels High Level. All right, we run our entire business on it. Groove.ai is included. You have this already. Again, you'll be getting a discount today. That replaces Jasper or Copy.ai. You get access to this AI command center, which we went over here as well. And you can read more on this stuff later, but I kind of went over all of this stuff. You get access to the Inner Circle Mastery. This is all of the trainings that we do, monthly deep dives and hands-on training. We'll be meeting minimum of 2 times a week, but 2 times a month. But I'm going to be looking to get training for you guys at least weekly. So you get all of the things that you see here. As we said, you're going to be getting templates, not only from the community of FlowWise and N8N, but our community is going to be sharing templates. We're going to be sharing templates. We're going to be bringing on experts that are going to be creating templates based on your requests. And we're going to be giving total training on this. This is a must-have. You really want to have this. It's really good stuff. And value $1,000 per year. And furthermore, what do I want to say on the template? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, you'll be getting access to all of those different things. Then you will get certified. You'll be able to take the test, get a certificate. I went over that just for you right now. Now, this is the really exciting stuff. There's a toolbox of really cool certification assets that you're going to get for your sales presentations, right? If you so choose to want to add AI consulting to your arsenal, maybe you're an agency worker, or maybe you're going to be networking and want to tell somebody, hey, I can help you with that and get paid $5,000 for it, right? So number one, we're giving you an AI automation presentation. So kickstart your consulting services with ready-to-use PowerPoint or Keynote on AI automation. That means when you land somebody, I have a presentation that you can go through with them to tell them everything that can be done. I will even record one so you can hear me present it, and that way you know how to present it. Next, we're giving you a VSL funnel. We are producing a funnel for you. It'll be out shortly that has a video and a page that you import right into Group Pages, and a video, and you can either re-record the video or just use ours. It'll be recorded for you. And then at the end of that, it will tell them to book into a calendar. Now, your choice to book to your calendar and keep all the money, or you can have them book onto our calendar that is tracked to you, and we will close the deal, get on a Zoom call, onboard the customer for you, work out a price between $5,000 and $25,000, depending on what they want. And once they do that, they want more and more and more and more, and you will receive a commission on those sales that you do. So you will literally have your own VSL funnel going to your own calendar. We give you cold email sequences if you want to mail that VSL funnel. And if you wanted to handle everything yourself, we will even give you the phone selling script. Why get certified? I went over this before. It elevates your own marketing. You use the knowledge for your own business. If you're an employee, you can have your employer pay for it, because now you can be a better employee, maybe get a raise and secure a better position. You can do consulting just on the how-to. Maybe you don't want to implement it, but you can just do for $500 an hour, show people what can be done. But most likely that person is going to say, well, can you just do it for us? If you want to do that, you can make $5,000, $15,000, $25,000, depending on the job that you close them, and keep all the money. Or you can leverage our expert team and just turn it over to us and we will do it for you. So the done for you services, basically this last one right here, leverage Groove's team, you can basically white label our team. It gives you the ability to say, my team will do it for you. Can I schedule an appointment with my team with you? And then our guys will get on, collect the money, and then pay you a commission. Bonus is a big bonus. I do a mastermind called the Collective Mastermind, and it's now shifting to an AI mastermind, the Collective AI Mastermind. We do that 3 times a year. People pay $25,000 to be part of that with Groove Agency. And you can come to this, what we call the fly on the wall. So next one is in November. I believe it's the week after Thanksgiving. Let's see. So the week before Thanksgiving. So it's Thursday, the 21st through the 24th. And you will be given an invite, and you will be able to watch that entire strategy from the comfort of your own home right here in my incredible studio. We built this studio just to do our masterminds, and we'll be talking to you at home in the Zoom, and you will have full access. Now, if you want to come to this event in person, you can actually attend the event for an a la carte price of $497, but that's just for the first 50 people because we can only fit 50 people in here. As you can see in these pictures, this is a small mastermind that we do here in Boca Raton. I just took a picture of that. We have an LED wall behind us, and where we do all the presentations. And here's another one that you see there. So you are basically getting access to attend my 25K mastermind for free. You'll get access to Zoom, and you don't have to pay to get that. So a recap of everything you're getting. The Workflow app, the FlowWise, valued at $780, N8N hosting. You get full access to Groove AI, the AI Command Center, which is the heart of this program. It's what everybody wants to get their hands on. You get the exclusive live AI automation training, all the updates. We do exciting training. Like I just said the other day, the members begged me to do one on AI coding. So I wanted to show people how somebody that doesn't know how to code was able to create a software that we're taking a team of 3 people about 30 days to get me a prototype that I was able to create 4 hours a day over 4 days, working from 11 p.m. at night till 3 in the morning and learning how to code it because I didn't even know what I was doing the first few hours. You're going to get all of the templates that we build. You get the certification where we give you a certificate. You take the test once a week. You get all of the collective mastermind access, the certification assets, the funnels, the sales scripts, the PowerPoint presentation. We will do it for you if you want, and we'll share the profits with you. Unlock everything today as low as the initial payment of $497. So let's go and break this out. Here's how it works. You will have a choice to pay us $149 a month. You could pay us $497 every 6 months or $797 a year. I'm only going to say this once. If you already have a lifetime account to Groove.ai or Groove.cm, if you have a lifetime account, or you're already paying us $797 a month for a subscription, well, then you qualify for a 50% off discount. If you don't have a Groove account, well, then instead of paying $497 a year, you will pay us $497 every 6 months or just $797 a year. So let me tell you where you can get access to that. We're going to go back to the presentation here. And as we said, the pricing we just went over. So to get started, you get everything that we just went over. It's all included here. Just go to workflowapp.ai/go. Workflowapp.ai/go. Let me open up. Let's see if this doesn't explode on my screen here. Let's just open up one new document. There we go. We're going to take this link. We're going to paste it here, make it bold and big. So that's where you want to go, folks. You want to go to workflowapp.ai, workflowapp.ai/go, workflowapp.ai/go, and you can get started, as you see right here, for just $149 a month or $497 today, $497 every 6 months, or $797 a year, and you get everything. Now, again, if you're one of our lifetime customers of either of the platforms, well, then you qualify for 50% off. Now, here's the thing. We verify all of those. If you purchase the 50% off version and you're not in the system, we refund you the money and remove your access. So that's we want to give a discount to our lifetime owners.
If you joined, go ahead and chat and let us know. We have Miles said all joined and join the annual. Welcome, Miles. I welcomed Miles, all the others. You're in great hands with Mike being your curator, Mike being the person giving you those trainings on an ongoing basis. That whole AI command center and the workflow, everything is there for you. So you're in good hands. This is the future of where not just marketing is going, but the world is heading, and you're going to be on that cutting edge, just as Mike is.
Samir said, so I'm a lifetime member. I get this at 50% off. Yes, that's correct. So let me just tell you again, you go to WorkflowApp.ai, WorkflowApp.ai/go. And that's going to send you right to here. You're going to see basically everything that's included. You get the FlowEye software, the N8N, which is really, one of the coolest things out there. You get full access to Groove AI. If you have that, you get a discount. You get this awesome, what everybody wants to get their hands on. This is the best thing in the world, this AI Command Center, plus past trainings, plus curation, my rankings, videos inside them, everything. You get all the training, you get the templates, you get certified. And some of you, as you said, are not interested in getting certified. But if you do want to get certified, that brings in additional income potentials for you. And you also get access to attend my mastermind as a fly on the wall. And if you want to come for the first 50 people, $497. And so everything again, Workflow App, N8N, Groove AI, the AI Command Center. Funny thing here, I saw AI Command CE Center and my brain saw ACE. And somebody said to me, Mike, what is ACE? And I said, AI Command Center. And they were like, yeah, that's AC. And I was like, oh, well, it's ACE. I was still going to call it the ACE AI Command Center. The trainings, certification, templates, certification assets. Don't forget that the toolbox will give you the funnels, the presentations, and everything. When you click this little button right here, it's going to take you, if you're a previous lifetime customer to Groove, or you have both apps and under a subscription, very few of you paying $797. But if you bought any of the lifetimes, you just qualify for a 50% discount. You just click this. It'll take you to another page. We verify every one of those orders. Believe it or not, 1 in 3 of those orders do have to get refunded because people trying to sneak in. Just save us all the time. Here, for everybody else, this is the offer. It's $149 a month. It's $1,788 a year. You could pay that at $497 every 6 months. And so the 50% off is $497 a year if you are a lifetime customer, or just go with the pay in full option, $797 a year, and you are all in. We take credit card and we take PayPal. All right. And that is everything, folks. Let's just see. Do you provide lead generation conversion materials? Yeah. We're going to be, the full gamut. We're going over all AI sales, AI support, AI coding, AI workflows for creating VSLs. I could do a training daily on this stuff, and I absolutely love it. So that's why you really want to, look forward to our mastermind. We're going to be doing 4 days of training for that coming up soon. Yes, we accept PayPal. And we also have, when you go to WorkflowApp.ai/go, we also have an FAQ here that has a lot of different questions for you as well. I think we have to change the front of the website at WorkflowApp.ai. That was no longer time to register for that. Tom, if you're listening, could you tell Lucius just to redirect WorkflowApp.ai to /go for now until we get the replay produced, which will probably be tomorrow. Okay, folks, that wraps everything up, and look forward to seeing you getting access into this. This promotion is ending this month, and then the price will go up for the certification. But we already have about 270 students into the program. That was done with our internal. We think we're probably going to put another 500 to 750 in this, and we're going to relaunch the training because we're going to be putting close to 1,000 people in this. And so we're going to do some additional trainings for the new people that are flooding into this. And then we're going to shut things down for a while so that we can focus just on the members and walk you through sort of a syllabus curriculum type of training program. All right. You know the deal. It's WorkflowApp.ai, WorkflowApp.ai. I'm going to leave this up and maybe play a little song here for us. Actually, let's do this. Let me see if I actually have the video. And we will just play the video on the way out. Here we go.
We're stepping into a world of code. Automation takes the heavy load. Our workflows leading the way, creating the future. We're starting today. Your dreams are digital, become alive with every automation. It's a we who thrive. Mastery in your hand. Take control, create the plan. We are the future. We are the light. With automation in our sights. Certification, the power's real. Certification, the power's real. From Groove to WorkflowApp.ai. Groove to WorkflowApp.ai. From Groove to WorkflowApp.ai. Groove to WorkflowApp.ai. Your dreams are digital. They come alive with every automation. It's we who thrive. Mastery in your hand. Take control, create the plan. We are the future. We aid the plan with every automation. It's we who thrive. Mastery in your hand. Take control, create the plan. We are the future. We are the light. With automation in our sights. Certification, the power's real. Certification, the power's real. Certification, the power's real. Certification. Certification. WorkflowApp.ai. Groove to WorkflowApp.ai.